I don't want no black woman because she always loud and she don't know how to be quiet and she always doing this and doing the most and That's something that we hear all the time now. And to be honest, it's very saddening that one, black women are already not a desired race. They've never been a desired woman within the world for real. And the darker that you go, the less desirable that they become. But now there's a stigmatism about them that they're loud, raunchy, lack class, and they're all ratchet. And it's very saddening to see because one, I want to put this out there. Not all black women are like that. Is there a subgroup of black women that do act this way? Yes. But I do want to bring to attention, and maybe this is enlightening to you and changes how you view them, and maybe you approach them different. I hope moving forward within the future. Me personally, I have never looked at a black woman and looked at them like that. I don't know why I didn't, but I never did. And I wanted to do a little more research and educate myself on the situation and the standpoint that black women are in right now and how did they get to where they are? Why are they the way that they are? And it's a lot, and I'm gonna do more videos on this, unraveling the big knot that the black community really is right now. But I want to start right now, at least with the black woman. And it's really because 50% of homes in America or 50% of black American households are raised without a father. And 63 to around 64% are single parent households. This means that an overwhelming amount of the single parent households are raised by single black mothers. And I've been raised by a single black mother as well. And I've been able to fortunately experience the wonderful experience that it was. She educated me on so much, and she's the reason why that I think this way now. But I also want to do a little more research onto why do people believe that black women are so raunchy and ratchet? Because I was raised by a black queen myself, but I also got to see the raunchiness and the ratchetness that other people talk about. And within my research, I found that the black community has obviously had a war against it for a very long time. But I believe, and I'm gonna make a separate video on this, they're attacking the men. And I think that's the best way to destroy community is by taking the man out of the community and leaving the woman vulnerable. You leave the woman vulnerable, you leave her feeling unprotected, and you make her have to step up and do things that a woman shouldn't have to do, like raising an entire household and not only having to be a woman, but having to be a man for the kids. And you stress her out and you have her working multiple jobs, late, coming home, having to deal with the kids. You have to raise these young boys. And a lot of these young boys, I don't want to get carried away, but a lot of these young boys don't really take their mom seriously. Or they are raised by their moms and they act like females and they either go to the street or another video I'm gonna make. I find it very interesting how the government is making a lot of black men gay. And I'm gonna make a whole separate video on that, but they're attacking the masculinity within the black community, which when you take the masculinity out of the men out of the black community, who is going to be a man? The woman. And I think that's where a lot of the issues stem from, is the lack of a man within the black community is making the woman have to step up and be a man and a woman at the same time. And then you get these attitudes, you get the raunchiness, you get the lack of class, you get all of these mixed together because of what the black woman has had to do for the black community. And it goes unnoticed, it goes unseen, and they do not get enough appreciation for what they have been through and what they continue to go through because of the lack of presence from the black man. I think the obvious solution would be for men to start taking more accountability, responsibility for their children and our future as a community as a whole, because not only will that solve most of our problems, that'll help the black woman out incredibly, and she needs help. She's crying for help, which is why you hear a lot of these black women say, I don't need no man. Hey, no man can do shit for me. That man, all these niggas ain't shit, excuse my French. But this is what you hear, and it's because they're hurt. They've never had a man in their life to, one, show them what a man should treat you like. The black woman doesn't know how she should be treated, so she goes on the street, she gets these wrong guys, and everyone's like, oh, they just don't know how to pick them. Man, they should be able to tell that men don't care about them. They don't. They never had a man to care about them, so how are they supposed to know the difference? They don't know the difference. They have never had nobody to show them that. And then two, how do you expect a woman to act like a woman when she's never had the chance to act like a woman? She's always had to fend for herself, protect herself. She's always had to provide for herself. Everything that she's done, she's always had to do it herself. So of course, you get to a point where they believe they don't need a man. Any man that's entered their life, they've disappointed them. And then the one man that should have been in their life to show them what is right from wrong, to show them how they should be treated, how they should be loved, to show them how to properly go within this world with presentation. They didn't have that. That man failed her from the moment she was born. So how do you think she feels? You know? And it's just very interesting to me because it's so easy to look at these women and be like, oh, yeah, I don't want her, man. She act this way and she act that way. And I don't really like that. And man, black women are so, oh my God. Like, it's so easy to do that without really understanding what is going on. And I think, I really hope that less of us, and I'm talking to you, the black person watching this right now, I'm talking to you. I really hope that you stop looking at them as someone that wants to be aggressive, someone that wants to go out there and be like, no. That's all she knows, brother. That's all she knows. And it's up to us to have to step up and either help them, guide them, or whatever it is, but it's up to us to do that. So I really just want to put out there that we need to come together and we need to do better on not just looking at each other and ridiculing each other without trying to really understand each other in the bigger picture of what's going on, because that is how you separate our community. Nobody wants to come together and we're just pointing the blame at each other when we should be pointing the blame at the bigger picture, the big knot that we have going on within our community. So I think more than now, we need to be strengthening our bond and coming together more than ever. And I really want to put this video out there because I know there's a lot of older generation people like my mother that understand what's really going on, but I see that the younger generation around my age doesn't truly understand that we are going through a very interesting time, and it's a very interesting time where we must be educated and we must see what's going on, because if we don't, we will fall apart completely and we won't have anything to go on from what we have right now. So, and things will only get worse. So yeah, I really just want to put this video out there to try to educate and maybe change your perspective on how you view black women, because I think it's very unfair. I think it's very bigoted to just look at someone and think like that. And I think we need to be coming together. So, yeah. Y'all have a great day, bro. Peace.